Everyone, welcome to Planes Overhead. This is just a special upload coming for all of our crew members who are operating during this COVID crisis. So, before we begin, first up is a disclaimer. The following content and images on this video are fully owned by Airbus. Basically, they are giving some recommendations on how to operate during this COVID crisis. Please keep in mind that they are recommendations and not mandatory practices, so always refer to your country's regulatory directives. And POH has created this video solely for awareness purposes, and POH will not be responsible and liable for any procedures that are followed. So stay safe, cheers, and happy landings. So these are the guidelines that are given. So, of course, we understand that physical distancing will become difficult to enforce on board an aircraft. Hence, it is suggested that PPE is worn at all times on board. And also, it is advised to assess the impact of PPE on the crew tasks, whether you're a cabin crew or a cockpit crew. Assess how it is affecting you during operations and make a note so that it can be used on a larger scale. And pilots can remove face mask when the cockpit door is closed. And this is to enhance safety in terms of communication and everything. And very, very important is, of course, you have to remove your face mask before donning protective breathing equipment or oxygen mask. So you remember that oxygen mask will not be effective if you just try to wear it over your face mask. And this is very important. Coming in here is the location of symptomatic passengers, where cabin crew has located some passengers which are having certain symptoms. Please always refer to your local regulation, whatever they are suggested, advised, but it is recommended that a good location is on the right side aft seat of the aircraft and or any specific zone that the airline has created for isolation of such passengers, but preferably on the aft right side. Talking about ventilation, the aircraft has HEPA filters, which effectively remove bacteria and viruses. HEPA stands for High Efficiency Particulate Arrestor. Very important for the HEPA filter to work is the cabin fans have to be on. So please remember, do not switch off the cabin fans. And if possible, close the aircraft doors whenever air conditioning is being used on ground so that you reduce the amount of air entering the aircraft from the outside. The HEPA filters are very effective. And keep the cabin air inlets and outlets free. Minimize the use of passenger individual air vents. So by using individual air vents probably affects the vertical circulation in the aircraft cabin, so probably affecting the overall ventilation system. So it's suggested to minimize the use. And air exchange is efficient in removing bacteria and viruses, meaning the air entering and leaving the aircraft. And approximately it takes 2 to 3 minutes for the cabin air to be completely exchanged every time from fresh air from outside. So, but very important point here is fresh airflow is not equal to air exchange rate. Okay. So this suggests us that keep the pack flow at normal only. Do not put it to high and try to increase the exchange rate, but it will not happen. Fresh airflow has nothing to do with the air exchange rate. So normal is an acceptable balance between protection of occupants and operational efficiency in terms of thrust required. And if possible on ground, please use APU bleed or the ground air conditioning, cart and both packs. And there is no recommendation regarding cockpit or cabin temperature. So it's up to you what you want to do with that. MEL, currently there is no change in MEL, and it is encouraged that you depart with all recirculation fans and both packs operative if possible, because it will give an acceptable operability and benefit of ventilation and air conditioning. Conclusion is pretty straightforward. Air quality has always been important, and HEPA is pretty efficient, no doubt about it. And it is important to take care of safety and comfort of passengers and crew and protect all of them. And also, please understand that the recommendations made in this video are, of course, by Airbus, but they're not fully established, as in they can improvise with more evidence coming on operations. Okay, more feedback from operators will change the practices and improve the system. So thanks for watching. And stay tuned in for bigger, exciting updates coming from POH shortly. And till then, you hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, like the Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. If you like this video, give it a like and share it with your friends. Spread a word, it'll help all of them. Drop a comment below if you want to discuss or recommend anything. Cheers and happy landings. Take care.